Welcome students, this is lesson 4 digestive system in humans. This is a very important chapter and also you have studied in your science classes. So now we will study this digestive system in more detailed form. Okay. So before starting this chapter, we all know that animals or human beings all depends on the plants for food. Okay, but this food, what you are eating, we are eating varieties of food. So these all types of food mixed together and they form a complex material. Okay, and this complex material cannot be utilized in our body directly. So a proper system is required, which is and this task means this food making it to simpler form and utilizing in the body is done by the digestive system. So it requires the process of nutrition in human beings. Okay, so what is this process? It This process includes 5 stages, that is ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. See, this ingestion and egestion both are little similar terms. You have to differentiate it. Okay, ingestion means inside, going inside the body. Egestion means elimination. Okay, coming out of the body. See the difference. Okay, so first one is the first stage of nutrition is food is taken through the mouth. That is, the food is taken into the body when we put food in our mouth with our hands. Okay, this is the ingestion process. Stages. First stage. The second is the conversion of complex food into simpler form by the action of the enzymes. So whatever food you have taken, again it has to form into simpler form. And how the simpler form forms? By the help of the enzymes. Then absorption is the digestive food is absorbed into the bloodstream. So after digestion, what happens? These nutrients, whatever we have taken in, this has to be utilized by the body. So how it will utilize? By the help of the absorption of the food, digested food into the bloodstream. Then assimilation, the absorbed food material utilized by the body to provide energy. So after taking the food by the blood vessels to various parts of the body, now it has to provide the energy. Okay, so for growth and repair of tissues, a part of food absorbed is also stored for the future use. If any excess amount of food is inside the body, so it is stored for the future purpose. Then last stage is the egestion. In this stage, the undigested insoluble part of food is eliminated in the form of feces. Okay, so whatever is not required to the body, it comes out through the feces. Feces is what? Body waste discharged from the intestine. Okay, its other name is stool or excreta. So now we will study about the digestive system in humans. So human contains two parts, alimentary canal and the associative digestive and its associative digestive glands. So first one is the alimentary canal. It is a long tube like muscular structure that runs from the mouth to the anus. It consists of mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus. So see figure 4.1, this figure. So all these parts are there. See, from starting from the mouth till the anus. So the whole thing, this is a muscular structure. Okay, long tube runs from the mouth through the anus. So it forms the alimentary canal. The food from the mouth through the anus. Totally, this is the alimentary canal. Okay. Now second part is the digestive glands. So the digestive glands associated with the alimentary canal are the salivary glands, liver and the pancreas. So see in the diagram, this is the salivary gland, then liver here and the pancreas. This one. These three are the digestive glands. So let's start. First one is the alimentary canal. First is the mouth. See in the diagram, mouth here. Okay. This is where the alimentary canal begins. Food is ingested through the mouth, which opens into a small chamber called mouth cavity or buccal cavity. So you can say it as mouth cavity or buccal cavity, both are same. Its main function is to receive food and start digestion. So from the mouth only we used to eat, so it receives the food and starts digestion means grinding by the help of the teeth. So before we study about the digestion process, we have to go through the, let us study about the teeth. Okay, so you are familiar with the teeth also, but still we have to study the teeth. The teeth plays an important role in mechanical digestion. Mechanical digestion means by own, but through the teeth whatever the food is breaking down, that is called the mechanical digestion. Human have two sets of teeth in their life, that is male teeth and the temporary or deciduous teeth. Male teeth normally appears between 6 to 7 months of age, and this the temporary deciduous teeth, these are 20 in number, follow between 6 to 12 years of age. They are replaced by a new set of teeth which remains the rest of the life, that is called permanent teeth. Okay, so now when a child grows, then after 12 years of age they will have the permanent teeth which never falls, throughout the life it stays. Okay, so next is, see, this is a mouth cavity showing different types of teeth. If you observe your teeth closely, you will find that not all of them are of same size, same shape and size. Some are broad, others are narrow, some are sharp and others are flat. Okay, human have four types of teeth. What? Incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Here you can see. See, this one is the incisors, canines, premolars, molars. Okay, four types. Then a small child has 20 temporary teeth, 8 incisors, that is 8 consist of 8 incisors, 4 canines and 8 premolars. Okay, so 8 plus 4 plus 8 forms 20. Okay, the molar only appears permanent teeth later in the life. So after 12 years, if you count your teeth now, you will find that there are about 28 teeth, that is 8 incisors, 4 canines, then 8 molars and 8 premolars and 8 molars. On the other hand, your parents and other adults have 32 teeth on which there are 8 incisors, 4 canines, 8 molars and 12 molars. So plus 4. And these 4 teeth here, 8 plus 4, this 4 is called the wisdom teeth. Okay. So structure of the tooth here, see. The general structure of all types of teeth is the same. Each tooth consists of two distinct parts, that is crown and the root. See, this is crown and this is the root. And this is separated by a narrow, thin narrow called the neck. This one. Okay. The crown is upper visible part of the tooth. This is the crown. Upper visible part which we can see. The root is a lower part embedded in a cup-like of socket or socket of the jawbone. This one. This is the root. This is the socket, no? Okay, so this is the root. The neck is surrounded by a gum, and this is the gum. So this neck is surrounded by a gum. The crown is covered with enamel. Enamel is the hardest substance in the body. See, this is the enamel. This is the hardest substance in the body. Beneath the enamel is the dentine. This one, which forms the bulk of the tooth. Beneath the dentine there is a pulp cavity. This one, pulp cavity, which contains nerves and blood vessels. Here you can see blue and red color. These blood vessels are there. Okay, so this is the pulp cavity. So next is the tongue. How tongue helps in digestion. The mouth cavity also contains a thick muscular organ called the tongue. The tongue is covered with a mucous membrane which helps in moist all the time. It has a taste buds and help in distinguishing taste. It also helps in moving the food in the mouth. So it has taste bud. The tongue has the taste bud, different taste buds, so that you can know sweet, sour, bitter, or chili, whatever. So you can know with the help of this tongue, the taste buds present in the tongue. Okay, then comes and also its main thing is it helps in moving the food in the mouth. Okay, then comes the pharynx. The mouth cavity leads into the pharynx. The digestive and respiratory system cross each other in the pharynx. Okay, here see, this is the pharynx. This is the common places where the food and air what we are inhaling, this is the common. Okay, the pharynx is a common passage of food and air from the mouth and nose to the throat. From the mouth we are taking food and from the nose taking the air. So this is the common passage. It is a wider muscular tube divided into three, that is upper, middle and lower. Air passes through the upper part, whereas both air and food pass through the middle part. Only food passes through the lower part. So again it is it's here pharynx the common passes. Here you can see through the esophagus this food, this bolus, it is getting inside, and this is the windpipe through where the wind is coming inside. So after that it has been differentiated. Okay, then comes the esophagus or the gullet. The pharynx leads to the esophagus, also called the food pipe. Okay, esophagus or the food pipe, this is, or the food pipe. Then the esophagus tube-like structure is about 25 cm long, extending from the pharynx to the stomach. Food passes from the pharynx into the esophagus, from where it moves forward by a series of muscular contraction and not by gravitational force. So muscular, here in the diagram it is given, you can see here, this is esophagus. Okay, so here see the food, here, then again here contraction is there, food, then again it is coming here contraction. So like this contraction, relaxation, like this the food is entered into the stomach, and this process, this contraction and contraction of food takes place. This process is called peristalsis. Okay, so this is the, now the stomach. The stomach is J-shaped muscular bag organ situated in the left side of the abdomen. It churns the food and mixes with the digestive juices and passes it to the small intestine for further digestion. So mouth first digestion takes place, then again stomach takes place, then after that further digestion will be takes place in the small intestine. The mouth walls also help in mechanical digestion. Okay, the stomach walls help in the mechanical digestion. The inner wall of the stomach is lined by millions of gastric glands that secrete gastric juice. The gastric juice is rich in hydrochloric acid and the enzymes. So these enzymes and hydrochloric acid make the food into more simpler form than from the mouth. Okay, so then comes the small intestine. The small intestine is a long coiled tube that lies folded in the abdomen. It is divided into three parts: duodenum, jejunum and ileum. The inner wall of the small intestine has billions of finger-like projections called the villi. See, this is the villi. So this is the inner lining. See, so many millions and millions of villis are present, and this is only a singular part, one, and see like this, there, here it is present. Okay, and the villi increases the surface area of the absorption of digestion food. So if it would be straight, then only this much food can be observed. But here see, here the food, so many space are there. This villi increases the surface area so that it can observe. So it can it helps in the absorption of the digested food. Then the large intestine, rectum and the anus. The small intestine leads to the large intestine, which has a wider diameter but in shorter in length. So small intestine name is small but it is very long but narrow. But large intestine is thick but short. Okay. It has three parts: cecum, colon and the rectum. Rectum is short tube. It opens to the outside through the anus. Okay, so these are the all organs which helps in the digestion of human beings.